Welcome. This video is what I'm hearing. It's for those of you who resonate with the statement that you are aligning. You are connecting to your deep trust, and so many beautiful things are unfolding from there, whether you can see them in immediate time, linear time or not. They are happening, and the more and more there is surrender to that trust, the more instantaneous the manifestations can occur. I am Apocalypta, and this is the Antidote Aesthetic channel. And I am channeling just straight up oneness energy, unconditionally loving life force energy, aka Reiki. I am an existential kink, rapid shadow integration mentor, and a Kundalini gold master energy worker. To work with the Kundalini energy with me, you need to check out the description box below and get on board with Mission, my Not Your Average Reiki training, which is really how to be your most authentic self, grounded in your naturally psychedelic self. Round 3 of our group program. The welcome email goes out this Friday, so hop in, email me with any questions, or if you want to meet up on video real quick before signing up. And there's also a self-paced option if that's more your style. I also have room for a couple more apprentices if you'd like to do a lot of one-on-one meeting up, processing, practicing, integrating, as well as following along the mission training journey. So you've got 3 options there, and this trust that we're tapping into really enables us to be present with all the options in life and get spacious and allow the options of most alignment to come forward. And that can be confronting because it shows us how we're vibrating. So a couple minutes ago I did we're clearing the kidneys and the organs as best we can in this moment, for each of us individually and for us here together in reflection of any stories, energy held there. Kidneys filter for us, not just what we consume through our mouths, but also what we consume energetically and in every way. They are filtering the energy of everything we encounter and experience. So we don't want the stories of what we have experienced caught up there. So we're clearing to be able to sink into even deeper trust. Awesome. I'm really feeling drawn to your heart and just this happy encouragement, this celebration, this hello there, and this yes, 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 you're doing it. If you're still with me in this video, it's like you're accessing this trust because you've gone through so many layers of opening, through temptations of resistance and shutdown, choosing trust, which is pretty against the grain. I don't know if you can hear my child is asleep right there snoring. Sweetness. And it's bringing my attention to something that feels part of a statement. You're really good at this. Surrendering to multi-dimensional self, multi-dimensional reality. I can feel the judgments, or the temptations of judgment, the doubt, the fears. We're going to clear some of that right now as much as we can. Sending it all back to source. Not in rejection, but in recycling. And you've got to already be good at this if you're so far into your trust already. Recycling into the earth as well, plugging all the way into the golden energy field of the earth. The earth is not afraid. The earth is not afraid. Not afraid of you, not afraid of the present moment, not afraid of anything that you've ever said or done or could say or do. The earth is not afraid of you. The earth is not afraid of the past, the present, or the future. The earth exists in this trust that we are tapping into, and that I was called to honor you today, that you are already to a great degree embodying. And maybe you can feel how much more trust there is to unfold into. That does not negate how well you are doing at embracing a surrender to trust on a landscape of humanity and culture that is trying to yank you in a different direction. And we're going to just pull that cord, whatever ropes or chains might feel like they're wrapped around you or plugged into you. And we're just going to let the earth devour them. Turn them back into pure, innocent, unconditionally loving life force energy that can only nourish you. And so anywhere those chains or ropes have made sores on your skin or been plugged into you, and so there's some space or kind of like a gash where we just removed it. I'm really resisting saying the word wound, which I'm noticing. And what feels most connected to that is just this beautiful desire and a trust that it is possible to be unwounded. And I love that for you and for us, and I celebrate that that message is coming through and speaking to you. Working with white Reiki light and feeling the golden, sparkling iridescence, just really bolstering your energy bubble right now, as well as attending to your physical body. Yeah. There too, if there's any vocalization or impulses, sensations to follow, to allow energy to come up and out, trust that. Even if you feel childish or silly, immature in what's coming forward, like maybe it's like a gag, like just return it to the earth or send it up to source. Either way, you're so supported. Whether it's like stomping or ha, and that feels pouty or immature, it's just like follow those impulses. Those are really natural, innocent impulses that connect more non-verbally, which is more directly to the movement of charge, because charge is non-verbal. We can encourage it with our verbal connection, but it's the non-verbal consistency of the words we use that connects to the charge, that gives it permission. So we're really working with the non-verbal, the language of energy. And getting this image and this story of how your natural connection, synergy with the language of energy, your proficiency, your connection, your knowing of the power of the language of energy has been dismissed or shunned or ridiculed, made fun of, etc., really discouraged at some point or some points in your life. And yet you've persisted, you've insisted on honoring this part of yourself, and that's what's enabling the trust. And it's not to compare your journey to anyone else's, but to say that it is really important, imperative for our collective journey that you have done this. So no matter what, percentage or score out of 10 or whatever that you would give to your trust at this moment, and go ahead and do that if you like. I'm getting 66 for myself, which is honestly lower than I would think, but it is still over the, it's a majority of trust that's going on in my system, and that's just this moment. And maybe that's more the median of all of us that are connected here, as I'm in a way a proxy for experiencing and expressing some thread of commonality between all of us connected here. But I love that number, 66. 6 is of giving. It's the home and the hearth. It's tending to our divine spark so that we can be in overflow, giving, giving, giving. It is the number of the lovers, the divine alchemy, and the being in love with ourselves so that we can really, really, really offer love outwards. And it's so important that we allow the trust to, as going to say overpower, but then this word dissolve came in and it felt even more powerful because we don't want to suppress any fear. We can press it all the way into the earth. Or we're going to take a big breath now and then blow it through our crown and recycle it through source. So like a whale breath, like a big exhale. So take a big inhale with me. And then from all the higher energy centers, we are going to exhale any lingering fear. I just saw the number 88 in my mind's eye, so we just jump 22% of inhabiting trust, connecting to the earth. Look, my smile is just like so much more, I don't know, feels like more brilliant. At that 88, having done this, clearing, press it into the earth. The earth is always willing to receive and recycle for us, and then sending it to source, always willing to receive and recycle from us, which also clears the pathways. So then after we exhale that energy, when we inhale, we're receiving the pure, fresh source energy, which is like it's infinite. So we're not taking it from anyone else. There is always enough. And there's some resistance to that. So it's beyond the currency and the construction of scarcity that we have consumed in being alive on this planet. And we're not consuming that from the planet. The planet Earth is well aware that we are infinitely resourced, which doesn't mean that our physical form lasts forever, but that the multi-layered reality of our existence is naturally in a thriving state, and we can experience that and extend our physical experiencing of it through clearing the fear that blocks our felt sense of believing, which is trust. Trusting. That we are infinitely resourced this way, and we can nourish and nurture ourselves. Our sense of trust here together today went from 66, which was already great. That was the message at the beginning of the video. That you are embodying trust. That you are doing great at allowing trust to be the majority in your system as opposed to fear. Even on a majority fear landscape, you're letting yourself go against the grain and be this embodiment that is beyond comprehension impactful. And then, if you're still here, having let us do this work together of clearing by releasing fear and any other words that feel connected to that lower, dense vibration of fear, That's included when we say that we are recycling the fear. And we're not pressing it down in our system. We're actually pressing all the way through all those lower energy centers, through the sacral, through the root, all the way into the earth. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. And I saw the little 100 emoji. Let's relish this ease and grace in which we can increase our experiential trust simply by connecting and intending and directing that dense energy to be recycled. The trust is restored because the trust is our authentic state. It is your authentic identity, your inner being, your unwounded inner child, your higher self, same, your God self, your soul is pure trust. So we have tapped into that here. Fuck yes. That was a double high five for you. But I'm feeling a lot of fluttering in the heart, like yes energy. Sending a grounding cord all the way into the earth again. Just, we cannot do it too much. Because this is a sustainable state for us, but we will have to practice engaging these practices of consciously releasing to source and into the earth, which then opens the pathway for natural slurping of even more source and earth energy flowing through our system, circulating. Because as these biological beings, we naturally mirror with our surroundings, and we keep acknowledging this experience is not the majority out there, not yet. But every single being out there has this 100% trust as their natural authentic state. And so the more moments that we can exist, 66, 88, 100, in this majority state where our being is breathing, sending out these nonverbal messages of trust over fear, like trust as a majority. Inhabitation of this energy field. We breed that permission. We don't have to go talking about it, though. I love talking about it. So happy to be here talking about it with you. We don't have to go telling people to do it necessarily. That won't necessarily be as effective as simply doing these practices together or doing these practices with ourselves, and then letting that indirect, nonverbal transmission occur. That is a particular message for those of you who have people in your lives that have majority fear and that would have a lot of resistance and doubt to this conversation. What's going to be most effective in those cases, I can feel the density come in, sort of some of the trust shrivel or try to protect itself. I completely relate and understand. So let's keep this energy moving. We'll do another clearing, but I do want to honor that experience with acknowledging that that's exactly the message coming through of making the transmission, the invitation, giving permission and direction to those people that are struggling, suffering like that. And I fully acknowledge the suffering that you experience in witnessing and reflecting and being around it. It's strong. The pull, the temptation, the coercion to allow the fear to take up more of a majority in your field. And that it takes a lot to continue saying no, 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 especially if you love or even admire lots about those other beings that are operating like that. And I'm really trying not to resist. I could resist that coughing, and I have a bit of a cough, but it feels like fear just needs to be recycled, and that's the virus, that is the seed of every illness. And so let the coughing come, or the expression come, whatever the physical impulse to release, and then as best you can, send the energy up to source and into the earth to restore your felt experiencing of the trust that is authentically you. The fear is an illusion that's been stroked and provoked immensely in our collective history. And we see it happening right now really strongly. And we are stronger. So if you're still here, it is this really beautiful, loud chorus of congratulations and thank yous, and you're doing it and keep doing it. It is having an impact, and it will the words there were, and it will only get easier. But it was like, oh, I choked on those words, because it is really quite hard to believe on the landscape that we see culturally, politically right now. So let's do 2 big breaths into the heart, and then up to source. Okay, 1 into the heart. 2 into the heart. Let's do a third one. Now we're going to go back to the heart, and we're going to exhale and press any and all density and fear, willing, ready to be released into the earth to be recycled. Yes, one more time with that. Excellent. So I am going to seal this session with these 3 iridescent golden infinity signs, pressing 1 into the center of your psyche, pressing 1 into the center of your heart, pressing 1 into the center of your hara, your sacral center. Aligned in this infinite trust that is your authentic identity. I'm feeling this green, like kind of scarf of green energy, just healing, loving. Yes, it's this unwounded vibration. You called that in, so beautiful. Yes. Unwoundedness is real. And then this brilliant violet flame in your lower belly. And then this white light surrounding and filling your energy bubble here and now. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am loving you. I am inviting you to do this kind of work at another level in mission, not your average Reiki training. And I'm just so honored to be called into trust with myself and to show up here and get to reflect that with you. Fuck yes. Drop me a bomb or a explosion emoji in the comments if you've made it to the end. And if you're standing with me in this fuck yes sense of alignment and trust. And feel free to let me know whatever experience you're having. I'm here to hear it. Loving you.